Very good morning, children. This is Nageshwara, IIT Chemistry faculty. Okay, already we discussed the first chapter in chemistry, that is nothing but matter in our surroundings. In the chapter, we learn about what is meant by matter. What is meant by matter. And we discussed about each and every property of the matter in the previous chapter. Now we are going to discuss the second topic in chemistry, that is nothing but is matter around us pure? Is matter around us pure? That means based on this, simply what we need to come to point now is that matter, what is present in our surroundings, is pure or not. That we are going to discuss in the topic, is matter around us pure? Okay, let us see about matter. When we look our surroundings, you may see different type of things. Those are called as what? Matter. This what we discussed in the previous class. For example, let us take what the air what you breathe, the food what you are taking, the things what you are using, that everything comes under what? Matter. That everything comes under what? Matter. Because matter is nothing but which occupies space and have some mass. Which occupies space and have some mass. That is comes under what? Matter. About this matter we learn everything in the last chapter. Now here we are going to discuss about, is that matter everything is pure or impure? Okay, if it is pure, what is that? If it is impure, what is that? That everything we are going to discuss in the topic, is matter around us pure? Mainly this matter is classified into two types. Mainly matter is classified into how many types? Two types. What are those? The first one is nothing but pure substance. The first one is nothing but what? Pure substance. The second one is nothing but impure substance. Impure substance is also called as mixer. Impure substance is also called as what? Mixer. Okay, matter is classified into mainly two types. One is pure substance, another one is impure substance. Again, this pure substance is classified into two types. One is elements, another one is compounds. Impure substance is classified into two types: homogeneous mixer and heterogeneous mixer. Homogeneous mixer and heterogeneous mixer. That means in this topic we are going to learn each and every classification of the matter. Each and every classification of the matter. Okay, let us see one by one. Okay, first of all, what is meant by a pure substance? What is meant by a pure substance? Okay, pure substance, nothing but a matter which contains only one kind of particle. Okay, a matter which contains only one kind of particle. That matter we can call it as a pure substance. What is meant by pure substance? Matter which contains only one kind of particle. Only one kind of particle. Let us see some examples. Then you can understand very easily. I am taking one example here. A glass of water. Water formula H2O. I am taking a glass of water. Then each water drop contains what? H2O particle. Am I correct or wrong? Yes. I am taking a glass of water. In that one, each and every drop of water contains H2O particle. Is that any other particle is present? For example, is it oxygen particle is present? No. Is it hydrogen particle is present? No. That means when you check the water, if you take a glass of water, pure water, it doesn't contain any other type of particle, means that glass of water comes under what? A pure substance, because it doesn't contain any other kind of particle. Therefore, the matter which contains only one kind of particle, that is comes under what? A pure substance. Let us take one more example, like take an iron rod. This is, let us take an iron rod. Okay, now in this one, when you check what are the particles are present, Fe. What particles are present? Fe. Only one present? No. So many different type of, so many different particles are present. Those are Fe particle, Fe particle, Fe particle. All are same kind or different kind? All are same kind. Therefore, when you take the iron rod, pure iron rod, therefore it contains only iron particles, Fe particles. Therefore, the matter which contains only one kind of particle, that is comes under what? A pure substance. These are the two important examples for the to understand what is meant by a pure substance. Now this pure substance is classified into how many types we discussed in the previous? Elements and compounds. Elements and compounds. Let us discuss about elements. Elements. First of all, what is meant by elements? What is meant by elements? Element is a pure substance, first of all. Okay? Element is a pure substance and which is not divisible in further. That means element is nothing but a pure substance which cannot be broken down further. That means you can't able to break that one. If you take one element, let us take any one element. If you take that element means you cannot able to break. Let us take this is one element. According to definition of element, what? It is a pure substance which cannot be broken down further. That means you can't able to break this one. Then what is called as an element? That means elements is nothing but a pure substance. A pure substance which cannot be broken down further. That means you can't able to break down into any other. That type of pure substance what we can call as elements. That type of substance what we can call as elements. Here you need to learn one more important definition. That is nothing but atom. In elements, you need to learn about what is meant by atom. Atom is nothing but a small unit. Okay, it is nothing but a small unit in a element. Very important one, this one. That means atom is nothing but a small unit in a element which is may or may not independent. Okay, which is may or may not independent. That means sometimes it may exist independent, sometimes it may exist dependent. Okay, that is nothing but what ma? Atom. That means atom is nothing but a small unit of element which is may or may not independently exist. May or may not independently exist. But compulsory it involves in a chemical reaction. Okay, very important one. Atom is nothing but a small unit of an element which is may or may not independently exist but compulsory participate in a chemical reaction. That what we can call element. That what we can call element. Sorry, atom. Therefore, these elements are mainly, for example, when you check the periodic table, if you know the periodic table, you can check, or else usually we have so many different type of elements. Nearly we have 118 elements are there. How many elements are there? 118 elements are there. These 118 elements are mainly classified into 3 types based on their properties. Okay, these all elements are classified into 3 types based on their properties. Those are nothing but the first one, metals. The first one what ma? Metals. The second one is non-metals. The second one is non-metals. And the third one is metalloids. And the third one is metalloids. Okay, based on their properties, all elements are classified into how many types? 3 types. What are those? Metals, non-metals, as well as metalloids. Now, what are those properties? Means already you learn your lower standard. That is nothing but metals are hard in nature, non-metals are soft in nature, and metals are good conductors of electricity. The best examples are, for passing electricity, you are using only copper wires, aluminum wires. These only you are using. You are not able to use any type of non-metal for conducting electricity. Am I correct or wrong? Yes. The next one is nothing but metals are malleable in nature. What is meant by malleability? Making into thin sheets. You cannot able to use any non-metal for making into thin sheets. Therefore, metals are malleable, non-metals are non-malleable, and metals are ductile in nature. That means you can make any type of chains or any type of wires by using metals only. You cannot able to use any type of non-metal. Therefore, metals are ductile in nature, non-metals are non-ductile in nature. Okay, and these are hard, these are soft in nature. Like this, based on their properties, okay, all elements are classified into how many types? 3 types: metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Then what about metalloids means? These are the elements which have both the properties of the metals and non-metals. Based on the situation, they will be acting as a metal and sometimes they will be acting as a non-metal. That's why they are called as a metalloid. Let us see some examples of metal are nothing but sodium, potassium, calcium, and so on. So many different type of metals. We have nearly 92 elements, nothing but metals only. Let us see the non-metals. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, extras. Okay, the metalloids are nothing but boron, silicon, germanium, and arsenic. Okay, these are the some of the examples for the metalloids. Therefore, elements are classified into how many types? 3 types. Those are metals, non-metals, and metalloids. This is about the first classification. Pure substance is nothing but elements. Okay, let us go for the next classification. The pure substance is nothing but what ma? Compound. Okay, what is meant by compound? Very important one, this one. Compound. Hope you understood what is meant by element, what is meant by atom, what are the classification of the elements. Now let us see what is meant by a compound. Compound is nothing but combination of 2 or more elements chemically. Okay, what is meant by compound? Compound is nothing but combination of 2 or more elements chemically. That means combination of 2 or more elements chemically. That means they are supposed to combine chemically. Okay, compound is nothing but combination of 2 or more elements chemically. That what we can call a compound. Let us see one example is nothing but carbon and oxygen gas combine to form carbon dioxide. Hydrogen plus oxygen combine to form water molecule 2H2. We need to balance. Okay, that means carbon is an element. Okay, combined with oxygen to form what? Carbon dioxide. Hydrogen combined with oxygen to form what? Water. That means 2 or more elements combined chemically to form a new substance that is comes under what ma? A compound. Here you need to remember same like atom, here also one more important one, that is nothing but a molecule. Okay, their atom is the small unit. Their atom is the small unit in an element. Here molecule is the a small unit in a compound which is exist independently. That what we can call a molecule. Examples of molecules are nothing but H2, O2, N2, Cl2, extras. These are nothing but what ma? Molecules. Molecule is nothing but what? Small unit in a compound. Atom is nothing but what? Small unit in a element. There is a difference between atom and a molecule. which is exist independently, there which is may or may not exist independently. Okay, here H2O2 N2 Cl2 are comes under what molecule. Okay, here in this compound you need to understand one more important point. What is that one? A compound is formed by combination of two or more elements. That means, listen carefully, water is formed by hydrogen gas and oxygen gas to form what water. Okay, that means hydrogen combined with oxygen to form water. Am I correct or wrong? Yes. That means this water compound is formed by the combination of two different elements. But when you check the properties of these three are different. Even though compound is formed by the respective elements, the properties of these all will be different. How it is explained means, hydrogen having one important one, that is a combustible gas. Hydrogen is a combustible substance. Yes, sir. Okay, hydrogen catch fires. Therefore, it is comes under a combustible substance. But oxygen is having the nature supporting of fire. Supporting of fire. That means whenever burning is there, it must be need what gas oxygen gas. Without oxygen, burning won't be takes place. But what is the nature of the water? What is the nature of the water? To stop the water, that is nothing. To stop the fire, that is nothing but fire extinguisher. That is what fire extinguisher. That means even though a compound is formed by the its respective elements, but the properties of the respective elements and compound will be different. Don't be think it contains hydrogen and oxygen, therefore it is having the properties of the hydrogen and oxygen. Because after forming a new substance, the properties also will change. This is about nothing but what a compound. What is meant by element? Element is nothing but a pure substance which cannot be broken down further. Okay, in that one, atom is the small unit, but in compound, molecule is the small unit. You need to remember all those things. Okay, this is about the first one is nothing but a pure substance, and its classification is nothing but element and compound. Hope you all understood what is meant by pure substance, what is meant by element, what is meant by compound. Okay, let us continue our topic in the next class. Thank you so much.